Modality is another one of those fundamental techniques in both Langlit and Lit. So let's go through this right now. Now, unbeknownst to you, people have been using modality against you. Teachers, parents, right? They say you must do your IB English homework now. That is an example of modality. So what is modality? Modality is a sliding scale of certainty, language that's related to the level of certainty. So we've got low modality for low certainty and high modality for high certainty. Now, some examples of words with high modality are should, you should do something. Certainly, must, absolutely, need to. These are all examples of high modality, high certainty. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got low modality, low certainty, maybe, perhaps I might do this. I might go and buy a PlayStation. If I do this, then. These are all examples of low modality, low certainty. So how do we analyze modality? That's the big question, right? Well, we've got modality, right? As we mentioned already, but we can connect it to something magical, tone. We've mentioned this in a previous lesson. Tone is a crucial part of analysis, and modality and tone, that's a really easy way to link and analyze. So it's actually pretty simple. High modality language construct certain tones, like a certain tone or an authoritative tone. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got the low certainty. Low certainty makes someone sound considered and indecisive. So we would say the low modality builds a considered tone or an indecisive tone. And these are just a couple examples. There's a lot more tones that you could actually use to describe the particular way someone is speaking. But we can actually go deeper. We can connect it to characterization. How does the tone affect the way we view the character? And this is more relevant to literary works. So a certain or authoritative tone that makes someone seem more confident, superior, and arrogant, right? And on the opposite end of the spectrum, a considered or indecisive tone makes them feel more conflicted, inferior, and indecisive. So this is a really simple way to analyze modality. We connect it to the tone, and then once we've connected it to the tone, we say that tone builds certain character traits. It characterizes the person speaking in a certain way based on the level of certainty of the language. So when would we analyze modality? Well, in literary works, plays, poems, etc., there might be some dialogue or some inner thoughts. That's when we really want to focus on and pay attention to these low and high certainty words that are being used. And we'll go through an example in a second. For non-literary texts, it's often used as a persuasive mechanism. So particularly high modality language we see in ads, headlines, things that try to convince you to do stuff, to take action. These are called call to actions, and we'll go through an example as well. So here's a literary example, a quick one, of Macbeth, Shakespearean play. And Macbeth here, the main character, he is deciding whether he should assassinate his king in order to become king himself. And let's take a look at the language. So notice here, if, could, might. These are all examples of low certainty, low modality language. And what does this reveal? Remember that diagram that we had of modality linking to tone, linking to characterization? We want to apply it here in exactly the same way. Low modality builds, in this case, an uncertain, anxious tone. Okay, that he sounds a bit nervous, right? He's not sure whether he should do it or not. And finally, this relates to characterization. How does that tone what does that reveal about the character Macbeth? Well, it reveals an internal conflict. So here we have modality connected to tone, connected to characterization. That is the full formula for analyzing modality. Now, I want to quickly go through a related technique. It's a very simple one, imperative language. And it's very similar to high modality, because imperative language is basically a command, an instruction. It's you must do this right now. That is a type of imperative language. And an example comes from a practice paper 1 that we have in the course. And here we have just the bottom part screenshotted here. Can you notice any commands and instructions to the person reading this poster? Because this is an ad. This is a poster ad, and it's getting someone to purchase the hike. So here we have escape the crowd. There's a verb here. It's telling the person to take this action. That is an example of imperative language. We also have book now. That is a call to action. It's again using imperative language to persuade the person to take action and purchase this product. Awesome. So this has been modality and imperative language. Analyze them in your next exam.